Here now with the owner of a beautiful 69 Coronet RT 440 car. What's your name, sir?
Charles Ryer.
And is this something you restored or?
I had it from new.
Had it from new. Now it went through a life cycle. Have you preserved it like this from day one? No, right?
No. We did a lot of work.
Okay, now own this car from new. Now tell me about this. We have the Kelsey Hayes wheels. These are 15-inch diameter. Yes, they are. So was this car originally a Kelsey Hayes car?
Yes. Yes.
Now, tell me about that. Here's the whole thing, right? The Kelsey Hayes wheels, if you may not know about this, they're kind of the Elvis Presley meets the Loch Ness Monster of the Mopar wheel world. People hear about them, you never see them because they were announced and shown in a lot of press pictures, and the car magazines tested cars with them, but they were quickly recalled. Apparently, the lug nuts had a tendency to loosen up. Something was not quite right. So, dealerships said, hey, bring them all back here. We want those wheels off. Replace them with something else. Did the car come through with the wheels?
No.
So the dealership said, hey, guy, bad news. How did they handle that news when they told you couldn't get the wheels?
Well, I ordered the car, like I said, in November of '68, and Chrysler was going through the year changes, the headrest. I got a 6-way seat. Well, a lot of the stuff was not really out in the early 68 or late 68, early 69. So I had to wait, and George Sager was very good with me on the car.
Now, a lot of these cars were simply fun toys. They weren't collector's items, and at the time, I don't think really anybody thought that we'd all be worshiping them as we do now. Did the car go through some abuses? I mean, bracket, any traction bars or wheel openings? Did you hack on it at all?
No.
Okay.
No. I didn't abuse it that way. It was a daily car, driver. It was the only car we had back then.
Let's take a peek under the hood. Of course, the 440 Magnum in Plymouth. This would be the Plymouth, the 440 Super Commando. But again, we see the engine opening, orange paint. Of course, cast iron intake manifold. The Carter AVS 4-barrel cast iron manifolds, stone stock, and you kept it that way. Now, I do see potentially electronic ignition upgrade. Is that correct?
Yes.
You got away from the points, I'm guessing.
Yes. Had some trouble back in '70. And Mr. Norm fixed me up with Mallory ignition, and that was a good ignition until you can't get the parts anymore for it. So when we did the restoration, then we changed it over.
The 70s were not kind to muscle cars. Fuel went expensive, and did you park this for a while? Or did you keep driving it, paying that high money for the gas?
We drove it, I guess it was 85, 86, 87 somewhere. Parked it, and well, it kind of deteriorated from setting out. So Bobby Stiles and I, we were down at the garage, and he was painting a truck, and he said he knows a gentleman that can really bring the car back to the way it was. And that gentleman is right there, Tim Kirkpatrick.
Well, good stuff. I got to say thank you very much for preserving the car, for keeping it all these years, and for buying it as a new vehicle, and finally getting your dream to come true. But again, we're going to thank you very much for bringing the car here and enduring the weather. It's actually, the sun is out now, so we'll get back to spin to win. But I want to thank you very much for bringing this beautiful car to us here at Carlisle and at redlinedodge.com. Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.